We good. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the second game of this evening, Week 10, OTP Season 5, final week. I am Flatman11, joined in the booth by TJ.
Howdy.
What's up? And we've got Truth streaming because TJ is broken. Yeah, we'll do.
Check this working as well.
So, predictions for today, this one, Teach?
Hard to say. It's gonna be a close one. But I don't know. I feel like Cap 22's maybe a tad deflated. I don't see him going into it with their full effort. I don't think, because now they have been ruled out of the playoffs. So
So all this game is deciding is the positions in the top four. So we got Cap 22s on the left, Ballbusters on the right. Vin's gonna grab a Juke Juice, Drogo's gonna grab a Rolling Bomb, and we're off. So Ballfathers win then?
Ballbusters, I believe.
Ballbusters, sorry, yeah,
But yes.
Ballbusters.
Yeah, that's where my money is.
Acti's going to get closed down by Baz around the corner, and Drogo gets the return off the regrab, so that's a reset for the Cap 22s, but doesn't get too far because the base is loaded with Ballbusters and they shut out any offensive effort. But Baz does well to use the bomb, but Milo uses the spike on the pop to get the return. Vince out ahead of 4, he's just going to get into base, and that'll be the first cap.
Yep. Hang on, I've got the teams running around on my stream, but yep. Yeah, as you can see, just making pretty easy work. Normally, you do see that if you get an advantage early in Star, since you don't have the positioning set up, that you can see a lot of caps come in within the first minute if they're quick, and that's exactly what we saw then.
Yeah, it was just next round pops up, by the way. Juke Juice is on either side. Baz is going to grab one. Whiskey's going to grab the other. Yeah, just the flashes were just poured in there by Cap 22s, and it was just amazing work by Milo to get those returns and the tags. But as I say, that the push from Whiskey's return gets Acti into the spikes and puts a little bit of pressure on the Ballbusters. Vin does well to juke around Rain and then get the kiss.
Yeah, clean kiss in the middle there. So Baz is going to be away top. Milo's there to meet him, just going to kiss him again.
I think that one was more of a sloppy kiss.
Yeah, definitely. Acti coming around, he gets a nice boost around them, gets up the middle, but Rain's going to push him right back up top. Milo's going to give him a hand though, gets him through again. Acti back down through the middle, looking for a way through now, but gets caught up in the button. Then Drogo cleans him up. So Vinsanity now away ahead of 2 with that regrab.
He's going to get choked up here. He's going to get choked unless Acti can do some great defensive work, but he does.
He may push Drogo out there, and Vin's still alive. Acti's now waiting for the regrab, but power up spawning, and Squash not even bothering to go for the left one there.
Almost.
Wow.
Gee. That was a decent split, but he just couldn't get into base. Squash gets a return and grabs a rolling bomb through his trouble. That was almost like hero level plays there from activation. I mean, sorry, Vinsanity.
Yeah, it was a good scramble there, but no cap, unfortunately. So going to remain 1-0 for now.
It's just it looks like the Ballfathers is just lacking the penetration coming back into base. I mean, Acti was running around for 2 or 3 times just trying to get a way into base as he gets nub spiked there by Drogo. And the same thing happened with Vin. He just didn't have the penetration to get onto the flag when the hole opened up for him.
Squash doesn't get away, he ends up getting bombed into the spy field there, so Baz now going to get away right down the bottom, looking for a way through here. He's waiting around the middle.
Very smart by Milo there. He waited for Baz to hit the button and overcommit on the button before he went through mid.
Yeah, I think he got a bit lucky there. I don't think Baz intended to overcommit.
But now Vin's almost jumped into base. Rain uses the Juke Juice to great effect to try to actually get that return because Vin was looking like he was going to get a certain cap there. Squash jukes around Milo.
Yeah, credit to Whiskey's block there. Was pretty close, but unfortunately not. And he's out ahead of 4 now. Whiskey's coming across the bottom now, so he's going to get there first. Doesn't get the cap down. Whiskey using the bomb to try and hold him off in the corner. Milo gets that tag pro kill. Goes for a noob spike on Squash, but doesn't get the angle right. So Squash going to live. Whiskey
Yes, he
gets
is.
away with a nice boost right up through the spikes, though. So he's now at the top, and Rain comes off regrab with a very aggressive return. Comes over right there. So Squash now return for cap situation. Visanti was looking for the kiss. He's still holding off Rain at the moment now. And Squash has been forced all the way back up now by those offenders.
Vin is going to sneak past Drogo. Return as a cat. No one's on re. Oh, almost comes perfectly timed, but it wasn't just wasn't quick enough. I think the 0.25 came into it there. Next round, it pops up. Baz has got the Tag Pro, and it's going to spell a bit of trouble here for the Ballbusters, and that's a cap. Tag Pro up on the Ballbusters side now as well.
And that was a very immediate effect. And Acti doesn't see the power up, so Squash just sneaks that one for him. He's going to take the Tag Pro. That's a double Tag Pro now for Cap 22s. They're going to
they should capitalize here, but Squash has been forced to grab at the Tag Pro. He's got about 5 seconds left on it, but it's not going to be enough to do anything with it at this point when he's got the flag. He's going to try and double through. Midnup gets closed down by Whiskey. So 1-1 after 5 minutes here. Definitely a lot closer than the previous game of this evening. Vin's going to try and jump through mid, runs into the spike. So does Baz and Rain, and so everyone's running the spike.
It's a bit of a mess. It's exactly what I'd expect from Star.
Yeah, got a
lot of self spikes everywhere. So Whiskey now with the grab. Drogo's going to get a quick return there. Baz going to pick up that rolling bomb. Cat 22s are really starting to take a power up dominance here. No one's in position yet for right. I imagine Squash is waiting for it.
And he's going to get it too, unless Acti swings through while he's got the pup.
He's forced to come back to here. He's forced to go back and get that return, and that does put him out of range for the pup there. So Vincenzo's going to pick up that Juke Juice, but that was almost an opportunity for the Ballbusters. Yeah, it was good that Squash came back across and didn't commit too hard for that power up.
Just a quick stat for you. Each team has had 24 drops. Each team has also had 36 popped. So both teams are getting popped quite a bit. And as I said, that Vince can get around the top and get into base and get a cap for the Ballbusters there. Had a lot of help there from the blocks and was managed to sneak around the choke at the top and get into base. So yeah, both teams spiking very much. Rain's going to jump off re, and Vin's going to juke him, but Drogo comes in just in the nick of time. Wow, that was very, very close. Noob spike there in the mid from Whiskey gets the return on Rain. Acti's going to just hang about in the bottom. He's got the pup about to come up, and he's going to grab it too. It's a Juke Juice. Gets around Baz with the Juke Juice. Squash is just sitting next to the button there. No one's near him at the moment. Vin's going to try and chase him down, and Whiskey's going to come along too. But both of them spike and leave Squash completely on his own. Acti can't juke forever and does get closed down in the end. So now a very difficult situation here for the Ballbusters. Milo's going to juke around and get out. Vin does come across and get the regrab, so Milo is a little bit safe. So now Squash is still holding that flag all by himself in the middle there. Hasn't really got anyone to pressure him at the moment. But he has been forced up top. But again, the avenue's open around the other side, and he's just able to run loops around the field. Vin's actually doing the same at the moment, but does come through mid. Drogo's playing a zoning re, and Rain does get the return on Vin in the end. Acti's going to try and sneak out bottom. He's going to go through top instead. Squash got tagged off the button there. Wow. Moment of miscommunication there from Rain, stepping off the button as Squash was walking across it. Costs Squash the flag, but it might earn them a cap in the end. Drogo with a fantastic boost around the back, and he gets into base, and that's a cap.
Wow.
That was a quality boost there. Wow.
Yeah, that was really good from the Cap 22s there. Yeah, Ballbusters actually... I expected the Cap 22s to come in this not showing their form, but Ballbusters look fairly sloppy.
Yeah, and Rain's going to get in for another cap as well.
Well,
that's now 3-2.
Yeah, Cap 22s is starting to really build some momentum here. But yeah, Ballbusters have been pretty off with a lot of their power-ups and a lot of their other, like, just sort of general
just the general gameplay, technique. It's just not as smooth. As I say, that Milo gets a nice bomb return, but their gameplay hasn't been as smooth. Their team synergy, I guess you could call it. They haven't looked like they've been playing well as a team yet.
No, definitely not. So as we said, they're already in the playoffs, but this game still does make a difference to the playoff positioning. So could be still influential, even despite the playoff position.
Acti and Whiskey just flaccid very, very softly there. Whiskey is going to grab that rolling bomb on the right-hand side, though. Pups now to the Ballbusters favor, but they just haven't been able to do anything with it in recent times. Whiskey's done very well to keep that rolling bomb alive for as long as he did, but it does force him to get flaccid in the end. Oh, Acti, I don't know how he got out of that, but he's going to be out ahead of 4, but Squash gets the button and gets a return. That was very, very close. Less than a minute left in the first half. Pup coming up on the left-hand side. Vin's going to grab and get around top. Is he? Boosts come up. Oh, wow, what a boost. Rain's going to get out of base, though, so it does mean that... Oh, but he gets caught in the bottom, and he's forced to come back up and gets the kiss instead to just neutralize a bit of pressure. Acties, Whiskey Jack with a great snipe return, and Rain, I think, was, he's boosted into the spike and used the push, the nub spike to get that return. Squash has got 2 to beat and 2 blocking. Is he going to be able to get into base? There's 20 seconds left. He's now got 3 to beat. It just decides to run into a spike instead.
I don't think he decided to, but that's meant a quick return there. So they've got a defensive reset now, and Acti's out. And he's out ahead of 4. Here it comes. He gets through the boost in time. He's on his way up. There's no way to catch.
He's not going to get there. He's not going to get
Yeah.
there.
No!
Oh, he doesn't get there.
That's a big one. That's big. That means they're going to be coming into the second half now. 1 cap down, and Cap 22's taken an early lead 3-2.
Power ups 12-8 to the Ballbusters. Otherwise very even on the stats. Just an absolute calamity at the end there. He was almost would have been 3-3, and I think 3-3 would have been a fitting result for the first half based on the playing from both teams. But a 3-2 lead to Cap 22s is not what anyone expected, I don't think. Why do we have so many spectators in here?
Yeah, I just noticed that. Let me clear this up first.
So yes, very, very frantic half on both sides. As I said, I don't think we expected such a close match. With the Ballbusters confirmed finalists and with the quality of Milo, Acti, Vin, and Whiskey on that team. However, I've got to say, Baz and Rain have played extremely well, and Squash has been doing some amazing holding, and Drogo's been playing surprisingly well as well. So it's actually quite even across the board. Let's see if we can find anything useful here.
All right, sorry about that.
As I mentioned, the pops went 12-8 to the Ballbusters, but half of those pops were Juke Juices, and 4 of the remaining 2 were Rolling Bombs. So not necessarily the most useful of pops necessarily all the time. Are we all ready? Have we done the swap over?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Checking. I think both teams are ready.
Both teams ready. And we're ready to go. Here for the second half start. So yes, 3-2 Cap 22s. Playing more for pride than anything else at the moment. Or to just mess with the Ballbusters. And we are ready to go. We've got a tag up on the Ballbusters side, Rolling Bomb on the Cap 22 side. Looks like Rain's going to be in the prime position to get that Rolling Bomb. Vin possibly grabbing the Tag Pro. And we'll see how that plays out in the first few minutes of this second half.
Yeah, it should be. I think the Tag Pro is going to be the better one, so that's going to give the Cap 20. Is that Cap?
Ballbusters.
No, Ballbusters. My team's the wrong way around. Did I swap teams?
You swap the teams on the
Alright,
game,
I
but not on the stream.
think I might have had around the wrong way around the last game. I don't know, my bad. Anyway.
And as we say, that Tag Pro lead's coming in. Oh, Squash does well to get out, and he's going to get out of base. Gets returned though, and Acti does get that cap straight away, same as it was in the first half with a cap inside the first minute. Now that ties the scores here on start. Rain's going to wait for that bomb and hit the bomb and not hit a spike. Unlike Vin, who decides to plow straight through into the spike pit in the middle. Straight up again, very cagey. The handoff is on, but Whiskey's wise to it and gets right into Squash's back and does get the return in the end with a little help from the nub spike from Milo. Next round of pups are up. Baz grabs a juice. Vin grabs a rolling bomb that gets diffused. Vin goes for the grab and gets tagged. Squash is now out ahead of 3. There's 2 in base with the blocks, but Vin and Milo come across the mid and put the pressure on Squash to cycle back through row 3. He's going to get around, not quite. Milo's going to zone him out. Vin's going to be there as well. He's going to use the gate to just squeeze back over the other side and buy himself some time. And he's going to get through again. Now he's got 3 to beat. The blocks are on. He's going to get around. He's going to get into base. Not quite. No, Milo does well to jump across and get the flag. And Acti gets the return on him in the end. Well done there from the Ballbusters. They really flooded the base when it was needed and managed to get around and into base. Milo's now going to come in. He's got 3 to beat. He's going to cycle back through. Pups are about to come up as well, so he could possibly grab a pup. He's going to look for it, but Baz comes across with the rolling bomb and does get it diffused and pushes Milo into Drogo to get that return for the Cap 22s. Now, Acti's got that Tag Pro. He's got to try and help Whiskey Jack out here and doesn't quite help him that much as the bomb goes off and Whiskey gets tagged. That Tag Pro is now out, but Acti's out ahead of 4. The gate is up. Baz gets the boost and does force him back and forces the return. So now we've got a bit of an invert here from what we had before. The base on the Ballbuster side is completely flooded, but 2 quick flaccid means that only Squash is ahead. Now Acti's got the boost. He's going to boost through. He's got Rain and Squash to beat. Rain does get the return on him because Whiskey can't get the block on in time. Another frantic second half start here. Neither team looking very dominant, although you would say that the Ballbusters are looking more likely. And as I say that, Vin gets the boost from the top. Great blocks from Milo and Squash, and Vin rolls off the blocks to get into base for another cap. That puts them ahead.
The commentator's curse strikes again, Bloodman.
But
as we say that far out, they get another one back. I cannot distract from the game for a second here. But yeah, there we go. Straight away, the equalizer. Cap 22 not letting up this lead just yet, but Ballbuster still putting up a fight. As we say, that Squash gets through the double spike there from Whiskey and
Acti. He almost spiked
Oh no! Oh no!
That's not something you want as an offender at all. Now
I did that in scrims, and it's hard to do
Vin's gonna get another cap here. Vin's gonna get a cap. No, the blocks were missed. Can he get the return? Yes, but the blocks weren't on, and that's a very, very rough missed opportunity there from the ball.
Yeah, that was guaranteed cap. He didn't have the line right, so that's going to keep the scores tied up. Still 4-4. Squash now looking for his way into the base. Activation closing in. He's going to get that return. Baz now looking for the re-grab. Middle's blocked off by Acti and Vin at the moment, and Vin's up the top now, so Baz is going to be forced back down.
Good push from Squash just to fuck up Vin's boost.
Yeah, that's cleared the way, and it's let Squash pick up that Tag Pro uncontested, so he's going to lead him across now.
Yeah, it does very well, but Acti's also got a Tag Pro. They're going to trade Tag Pros here. No, Acti boosts around.
That was pixels, I think, but
Silky smooth.
Now on his side of the map, but Whiskey with the flag looking for a kiss, but they've left Reed now, and I'm not sure what's going on here anymore. Baz manages to get clear again. The chasing just isn't there at the moment. It's even with leaving Reed for that, so
yeah,
not sure what's going on. But Whiskey is eventually now going to get squeezed out in the top there by Rain and Squash, and Acti now away. Return for cap.
Acti was very close to just plowing straight into that spike there. He almost did that. He did very well to stop himself, because that would have been a cap had he spiked himself there. Baz has been holding for almost a minute here, which is almost unheard of on start. He's going to sneak around Milo. the return does come. Now the pressure's on for the Ballbusters. Whiskey gets returned. Rain's got the chance to get another return here. Milo, wow, Milo does very, very well there. To slide out at base and to prevent what could have been a cap there. Baz runs himself into spikes.
Yeah, I'm guessing that must have been like a lag or something.
Oh, Milo!
Milo's gonna get around Rain and get a cap.
Oh,
Wow.
that's costly. That's costly. I'm guessing Baz must have lagged or something because that looked pretty low pressure.
Oh,
that's
what a noob
that's a
spike
bummer.
there. He was out ahead of 4 through mid, and the noob spike just pushes him in to prevent a certain cap there. Wow. Big plays from the Ballbusters there. Big plays. Now, pops are up in about 15 seconds here. Defensive reset on either side. The bombs are just about to come up on the left-hand side of the map there. Rain's all over it. Gets the bomb. But
Ooh,
Acti's
through.
Oh, Rain.
That was
That
lucky,
is-
I think. I think that was really lucky.
That is filth. That pup's just about to come up. Milo's not going to get there. Baz gets a return and gets that pup for himself. Rain's going to grab a rolling bomb on his side as well.
Yeah, and Squash got the regrab in the meantime, so they're keeping up a strong regrab train. Whiskey is out. He's in the middle at the moment. Rain manages to close on him, but they all die in a horrible mess.
Whiskey can close that Drogo. That should be a cap.
There it is.
And
Whiskey had the block on Baz there, so that's taken to 4-1. 2-cap lead now, 6-4.
Yep. Rain is out ahead of 4, I think. And Vin's. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
They're all noob spikes. So that's another cap.
Jeez, they're coming thick and fast now. It's just
Yeah,
they just keep returning them. So
much
not
more
out of the
frequent.
wood, not back in the lead yet, but they're closing in. Baz
Oh,
duking his way
Baz,
around to the top there, but just too many balls to get through.
So Rain's got a chance here. If he can boost around Vin, he does. The blocks aren't quite there. He gets around. Actually gets around Whiskey. He's in for cap. What? That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. And now the scores are tied. Scores overall are tied. Oh, that was unbelievable from Rain.
Acti!
And Acti's going to get through the mid. Does get closed down by Squash in the end. Wow, just what a few minutes of play there. That was just unbelievable. Vin's boosted straight down. He's going to get tagged by Squash in the end, unfortunately, but it was almost a good opportunity. Drogo's now got the flag for the Cat 22s. The entire Ballbusters team is tagged out except for Whiskey. Whiskey does get across the middle. So Whiskey's going to grab and get away here.
He's ahead of 4 again.
Yeah, he's ahead of 4, but Baz does have the flag, and he's looking relatively safe at the moment.
Yeah, no one's contesting Baz over there. He's pretty good. He's come all the way down, so Milo's got a chance.
Oh,
But Milo overcommits straight into the spike.
Squash had that boost spawn just perfectly for him to get that return on Whiskey. Vin's avoided the noob spike and has managed to get around using the boost to stay alive. Does get closed down by Rain in the end. Acti's in a bit of bother here. He's getting closed down very quickly. He doesn't want to get tagged. Does get tagged. Baz is going to come into base. He's got 2 to beat now. The blocks are on. That's a flaccid, and he misses the flag.
Oh,
He does get there in the end.
Time though, so that's put him back in the lead, 7-6.
Wow, what a tight game this has turned out to be. Baz has got 3 seconds left in that tag pro. Uses it to full effect, getting the tag on Vinsanity and pushing Squash and Acti into the spikes there. So just over a minute left in this game. Could we see another twist in the tail here?
It could be close, but yeah, it's Cat 22. They have their chance here to this is their last game of the season. It is confirmed, so this we'll see if they can go down swinging. But Drogo, he gets clear with a double spike there, looking for the boost, but Acti's in position there to block the cap.
Okay, Acti with a nice handoff. He's out ahead of 4 here. Someone's gonna get the button. Someone's gonna get the button.
No one is on the button. Acti gets the button. He managed to stop one, but Squash already got through, so he's there and he's ready to get that return. So
and now,
good work by Squash.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity there. I think Acti was just not quite as clinical as he wanted to be around the corner there, and it really showed.
But double rolling bomb the last round of power ups. Vin blows his to get the grab, and they blow the other one on defensive. Insanity looking for a way through. Drogo and Rain trying to close him down now.
Handoff was perfect in the end. Whiskey's got the boost at the bottom. He gets boosted around, and Squash gets that return. 13 seconds left. You'd almost say that unless Acti can do a miracle here, that would be the half, and he gets returned, and that was probably going to be the game in the end. 4 all in the second half, giving Cap 22s an aggregate 7-6 win. Wow, what a second half there, and what a game.
Yeah, what a game! Definitely wasn't clean by any way, but damn, it was close. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up there for Cap 22s and the Ballbusters. Cap 22s now, as we know, out for the playoffs. Ballbusters will be going through. But coming off the back of this, they definitely have some issues that we saw in that game that they're going to need to work out if they want to stay competitive in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that does leave the possibility open for them to drop to third in the overall standings, meaning they'd be playing in the first week against Shia LaBeouf if they do drop that far. We got Rain here in the com box. Rain, unfortunate that you guys have not made the playoffs, but what a game to go out on. How'd you feel playing that?
Oh man, what a win! Finally, like we met our personal expectations for we should have played. Yeah, good game.
It was. We definitely enjoyed watching it in the commentary box. I just got to ask, that one particular play where you managed to juke 3 ballbusters in your own base, to get around and get the cap, like right up against the wall there. How the hell did you do that? This is ridiculous.
Man, you gotta just play the arrow keys like a piano, man. Nah, they really pulled out a lot of really impressive individual plays as well. It was so exciting to play in, because we really going into those 50-50 calls. It could have gone either way every single time.
I'm personally just
really
thinking about
good game.
how at the end of the first half where they missed that last cap by
Yeah.
about less than a second. I remember you being in that position more than once last season, so
Oh man,
I think it was time for a bit of karmic
Jesus
justice.
Christ. Over OLTP, that's happened like 5 or 6 times to me personally. Yeah. Anyway, really good game. Thanks for
yeah,
streaming.
definitely fun to watch. So condolences for the season, but
Nolo.
it's been a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rain. I think we'll just wrap it up because I think we got to get next game ready to go.
Yeah, so just to recap, Cap 22's running out 7-6 winners in their last game of the season, finishing 5th on the table for them, but it does open up the final standings possibly with Can We Cap It looking to possibly take 2nd place from the Ballbusters this evening. Thank you for Truth for streaming this game at the last minute.